Awesome. Welcome.
Welcome to the Wee Dram.
We are here in the Wee Dram doing Wee Dram stuff. We're Wee Dramming. It's now an active thing. It's not just a place. Therefore, it's noun and a verb. Hey?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
And you should all be Wee Dramming with us.
We dram along. We dram your life away. Excellent. So tonight, what are we doing, Jonathan?
It's the Aberfeldy.
Aberfeldy 12 year.
Aberfeldy 12,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, how many do they have?
I don't know.
Do we know
No.
any numbers
Don't know
on
much
that?
about it.
Okay.
I know. Do you know what I know about it? It's it was designed to crank out doers.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's a
Really?
It's a doers.
Wasn't there another one we had that cranked out doers too?
It's possible. I think Royal Bracklaw for some
I guess
reason.
it's a blend, so
Yeah.
there could be a couple of them.
Yeah,
huh?
it's possible.
Hmm.
But yeah, the Aberfeldy is it's a big plant and big distillery, and it puts out a lot of whiskey. And the majority, I think, only 1% is bottled for single malt consumption. So that's an
Whoa.
interesting fact, eh?
Really?
Yeah. Now
Well,
I don't know. The fact checked away, all 11 of you out there.
you know, I look at this and I think,
Hey,
you know,
who are you?
I'm Johnny.
And who am I?
You're Gordy.
Thank you.
All right.
All
so
right.
To get that out of the way.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
shoot.
And what are we doing?
I can't.
What are we doing?
We're Wee Dramming.
In what form?
Live.
Live in what segment?
The opening.
No, this is the podcast,
Oh, in the podcast.
which
right.
is also called a Dramcast.
Perfect. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
and,
a tough one.
And why do we do a Dramcast? And
It's just fun to talk about. I wanted to try it. Basically, I want to try it.
okay,
So-
let me ask you a question. What set up the Dramcast? It was the YouTube video we shot earlier, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I thought you were talking like in a
No,
broad
no,
sense.
no,
Like,
no.
why did we start doing the
We could talk
Dramcast?
about that too.
Well, why did we? And that's all I'm saying is like I wanted to try it.
Right.
And
Try
it's-
making a podcast?
No, try. Well, that too would be kind of fun. You know, I thought, hey, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, doing that and actually getting a chance to try the whiskey just like you, because that's what we like doing. We like to try new bottles. And
The reveal?
yeah,
Yes.
for me, it's a whole new reveal. Right. It's a reveal segment for Johnny.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's selfish, but
No. The first third of our podcast is essentially all about you.
okay. Thanks.
This is the Johnny segment.
The Johnny
When
segment.
Johnny gets a chance to taste the whiskey that Gordy previously tasted during the YouTube film.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
and it's
what we're doing.
Aberfeldy.
That's
and it's the
Aberfeldy
12. And I can't remember whether or not we had it back in the day.
I don't think we did. To me, Aberfeldy was the whiskey that seemed to show up in places you didn't expect to see a single malt whiskey, like at a cold beer and wine store.
Oh, right,
You'd sort
yeah,
of
it was
randomly
this-
see like your classic, Johnny Walker Red, maybe a Chivas, some sort of Grants for the cheapies, and then just like there would be like this Aberfeldy sitting there for some reason.
Yeah.
That to me seems to me like the first time I ever got to know it.
I think
so.
you're
I don't
right.
think we had it back in the day. I think it's like a newer release, like maybe since '99 or 2000 or something. I don't know. Again,
Maybe.
fact checkers, we need you.
Yeah, right. Well, it's 12 years.
See, this
so
is where
whatever that
people
is.
should be filling in comments and helping us out and dropping knowledge on us and just getting into it with us so that we actually have some sort of dialogue going on with people beyond just the two of us, eh? Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't had it back in the day.
No.
All right, we can do the cheers. I've smelt it a little bit now.
Yeah.
But,
You're getting a nose on.
yeah, and it's the Scotch that you would buy that if you didn't
You're
have any other
stuck.
options. You're like, I want a single malt, but I don't want a Glenfiddich.
Yeah. And we hammer the we got to get
Well,
into
no,
it. We
I'm-
have to have a
again,
live
I'm
at
not-
Fiddick night, eh?
Yeah.
At some point here, we need to.
But even you're like combining the two of them. That's how they're gonna perform.
Well, I'd like to put
As
them
a
up
group.
head to head, and then who knows? Maybe that we're being unfair. Maybe we're taking our Pete Freak pallets from 2004 and trying to put them up against our 2018 pallets. Maybe it's just completely out of whack. Maybe we're just not being fair.
Yeah, it's true. It's,
I don't
It's
know.
worth another shot.
The
I
more
guess, but-
whiskeys I drink, the more I seem to enjoy whiskey.
I know. This is why when I was listening to you, I'm thinking, there's no way this is
Well,
as
on
good
the
as you're
nose,
talking about.
are you smelling anything you don't like?
Well, anything I don't like. Now that's a.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you'll be like, well, that's too,
there's
too
an
sherry, or
iodine.
sometimes it's
There's
too,
an
yeah.
iodine smell like medicinal.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. No. Am I not getting that?
No, well, you can get what you like, but I definitely like the nose was the strength of it for sure. The nose and the finish.
The nose in a good way.
The nose in a good way, the finish in a good way.
Can you explain to me again what you thought of the nose?
Yes, I can. I have a sweet, high honeyed, that biscuity cereal thing. It's like a honey biscuit.
Honey biscuit?
Honey biscuit. Yeah, that's what I got.
That sounds great.
It's all I know. I mean, you know, sure, it smells like booze, and there's a medicinal thing to all whiskey, I suppose. Like, but I smell right through that. I really do.
Okay, I'm easily convinced.
Right in the middle, I smell that. All around any sort of alcohol, I just smell sweetness.
Yeah, and
sweet, high, inviting.
If there is a medicinal or iodine smell, it's covered in sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
That's not a bad way of looking at it. It's like once you get through that, if you know, and maybe
it's these glasses too, though.
Yeah,
like
I know.
I stick
It's,
my
and that's
nose,
why
my
sometimes
big nose right in there, and it's like
yeah, it's nice to just wave it around about 3 inches before the nostrils, and then slowly bring it up and really hit the nostrils after. Otherwise, you sometimes can just KO the whole experience, and your whole nasal system is just shocked, you know, especially if it's a really strong one.
All right, well, let's go at
Let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
I winced on that one, I'm going to be honest.
Really?
I don't know if it went down wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
No.
Take your time.
It tastes a bit strong.
Did it? Huh.
Strong in sort of an unpleasant way.
We'll give it a couple sips.
But maybe that's just because it went down a little wrong.
Yeah. It's good to be honest. We don't get it perfect every time. If ever.
I don't know. I'm not noticing anything nothing is jumping out at me. It wasn't as harsh as the last one, but it's just kind of flat.
Flat.
It tastes really flat. That's a horrible description, but it tastes like all the flavors only come up to a 3. They all cap off at a 3, and there's not a whole bunch there.
You're not into the finish?
No, and the finish is actually the most detestable thing about it right now.
No way. Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's where the sherry comes into it for me.
No pucker? There's no sherry
Pucker?
in this, though. You're not puckering or and I don't understand how
There's no sherry in this?
I don't think so.
What am I tasting?
I don't know. This is oak finish.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. See? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Like that's the thing I'm saying.
There's something
like,
in the back end. It's just okay. Maybe.
But you are you getting that sweet dried fruit from sherry? Like I really don't get that.
I'm getting a bland taste though. I guess it's what I would consider sherry. When we talk about all the different anything that's kind of that I don't like has that flavor.
Is this the non-Isla thing?
Yeah, but you know me, like I was pretty stoked on the last couple that we had.
Yeah,
like
true.
I wasn't.
You were pretty gracious.
I'm going back to it. This one is not doing it for me.
Okay.
So far, but you know, sometimes it'll change, even within the night.
Possible for it to evolve. Well, okay, so we're
bland. Don't you feel that blandness?
It's just don't you feel blandness? Ick. No, I don't go as far as I might give you a touch of bland because what I think when you taste it is it has a bit of a watery, like it doesn't power through every stage. And personally, what I attribute that to is the 40% alcohol by volume. Like to me, this would be a whiskey well served at 46. You know, like any whiskey is. Let's face it. I just think that what I like the end of this whiskey once I bring it down my mouth and it dries out of my mouth and leaves something in my mouth that I like. It's not so much the flavor that I like, but it's that experience of having that disappear in that way.
I'm tasting something in the back of my mouth, but I'm not giving it the credit that you are. You know, there is something there, but what is it? Can you put your finger on what that, other than sort of a bit of a harsh bite?
So you say harsh bite, I say stronger finish.
Right.
I don't know if we're that far off. You know, like if we had to find common ground on why you're tasting it one way and why I interpret it a different way, I think the stages are still there. I just I don't think of it as harsh bite. I think of it as like a distinctive characteristic. You know, like for me, it's like, oh, okay, now it's doing something. Whereas on the front end,
Now it's doing something, but that's like, it's so, you know.
Yeah,
But when you say now it's doing something, it's clear that it wasn't for a long
yes,
period of
I would
time.
say that on the initial front of the tongue and middle of the palate, that
Yeah.
it doesn't do much for me. So
It doesn't. Okay, define it in a one distinctive word, or descriptive word. What would that one descriptive word be? I know that's tough. That's silly. But like, what is it that you like about it? The top 3 things. Nothing is jumping to my head.
top 3 things, I like the nose.
Hmm.
I like the inviting sort of like flavor, non-sherried flavor, and I like the finish in that it does something. And that's really, I know you think it's a harsh, harsh bite. I'm like distinctive characteristic on the finish. There, like I say, we're gonna have to just agree to disagree.
Sure, I agree with the nose. I went back
Yeah.
and I smelled the nose.
I
I'm
like the
okay,
nose.
it's not bad. The nose is not bad, but everything else I think is lackluster.
Okay, fair enough.
And it doesn't have, like, okay, I would go back to saying, well, when you were like borderline, I'm going to give it a 4.
Mm-hmm. For cost
Yeah, okay, but
and for not minding drinking it.
what does it cost again?
I guess probably walk out of the store just under 70.
Okay, so let's just
Probably
put
like
some other ones in that
68.
category, because there are, like the Bowmore 12.
Bowmore 12, Highland Park, Old Pulteney.
All of those ones you're getting before this one.
Probably.
So just because it's pretty much the bottom price that you'd pay for a single malt, doesn't mean that it should get a star.
So you think it's a 2?
Yeah.
So definitely not a 4.
Well, I don't know. I'm just...
Yeah, I think you're like, you know, it's now I kind of have to battle for 3. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. I could easily give it a 3 though. Like let's say that Highland Park, Old Pulteney,
Highland Park,
and
much better.
and Bowmore 12 are all 4s. Then this could be a 3.
Highland Park is not a 4, though.
Isn't it?
I
Didn't we give it a 4?
No, I think we only give it a 3.
Really? Even for affordability?
We give way too many 4s out.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, but if you think about it, like, that's
Back
a
in the
whiskey.
day.
No,
Maybe. No, the
let's go
Highland
back
Park
to
wasn't-
why a 4. What is a 4?
It probably was a 4.
A 4, yeah, and it should be because
This one is not a
I'm
4,
telling
though.
you, when I get money at Christmas, I'm gonna go out and buy the Highland Park, and I'm gonna go buy the Bowmore 12, and I'll probably buy the Old Pulteney just to back them all up.
The Old Pulteney, too.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great whiskey.
Ooh.
Like it's a really worthwhile whiskey to have.
I've always liked
You know,
it.
am I going to back
I
up the
don't-
Dalmore or the Tamdu? Probably not.
At least not the Tamdu.
No. Dalmore, did you notice it's like another Christmas special? They have $15 off.
Is that a good sign when it keeps going on sale?
Every-
But Lefroy does. Around here it does.
Lefroy's actually a really good price right now. We should back up
It's
the 10
always
right
the
now.
best.
Right now you can get a
Maybe
Lefroy
give me that
10
one
for
now.
cheaper than a Select.
I know. Yeah, you can get it, and then way cheaper than
know.
the quarter cask, which
Yeah.
is really
Well, and
weird.
the quarter cast is actually not, it's on special too. I think it's $4
But
or
it's
$5
still
off.
it's still like $7-8, maybe even $10 more, and that surprises me.
Yeah, it does.
So okay, well, now we're getting on to talking about other scotches.
We are. It's natural. It's a natural time to bridge into segment 2.
Comparison. Scotch.
Okay, good stuff.
Okay.
Have you thought a little bit about what whiskey might go well with the Aberfeldy
Yes,
12?
yes. For
Yeah.
comparison scotch, I've only got one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got 2, 3. I've got 3 right now. 3 easy. Yes, maybe 4. I've got
Really?
4.
Okay.
But 3 easy, and the 4th one I can already, like, knock off.
Okay. I'm not even going to give it a second consideration.
Really?
I'm
You're going to drive for it?
I'm going to drive for
You're going
it.
to force your hand.
Yeah.
You're holding aces.
All right, you tell me. What are your 4 picks?
My 4 picks are
Let me see if I... Okay, sorry. I was going to see if I could
Stra-
guess them. Strat
Stra-
Isla? Yeah,
Strat-
that was a given.
Okay, is it your given, though?
Well, no.
Okay. So, how is it a
Yours
given?
is not going to be in mine, but go ahead.
Really?
No,
Interesting.
guaranteed.
Robbie Burns,
Okay.
Rob Rockla,
Okay.
Okay, and I'll throw in the Old Pulteney.
Old Pulteney. All right. I would say your Royal Brackla is spot on.
Is it?
Well, because it's so close to Space Island,
Yeah.
right? It's
It
the
is.
same
No,
region,
and
it was
12-year-old
sucky
whiskey. Yeah, I know. You had a few golden ones on the nose. You were like, and the nose smelled like crap, or like, I was like, oh, and I said the
Crappy.
nose was a certain way, and you're like, yeah, the nose is crappy, or whatever. So is it Royal Brackla then?
Well, no, I haven't told you what my idea is.
So none of those work?
No, I think they all work.
Okay,
Mine
good.
works better.
Okay.
Lagavulin 16.
What?
Yes, and the
Why?
reason is just an excuse to show how bad that actually is.
That's
and to
not-
drink. It's an excuse to drink Lagavulin 16.
Oh wow, that's like it's like a bribe. B, it's
is
not
a-
a consider.
okay.
It's not even close.
It
to
is, and I
working.
just want to drink that one. That's totally true. But if you think about it, there is a good reason. There is a little bit of merit to what I'm saying.
Then give me that little bit of merit because I'm
Just to
I'm not
show
picking it
how
up.
bad this scotch actually is.
That's mean spirited. Number one. Number two, it's not a reasonable comparison. It doesn't even compare.
It does. It's a scotch.
Okay. Start.
Anything's on the board.
Yes.
I'm just trying to
We
make
both
a case.
live on the
It's not a
globe.
good case. I'll admit it.
All humans do exist on Earth. Yes. It doesn't
You don't even see like
it doesn't even
just, like,
begin
good,
to fit criteria.
Really good comparison scotch. We're comparing awesome to suck. That's our comparison.
I guess number one.
It's just to show
I don't
where's
feel
our scale
it
at.
sucks the
Where's our
same
scale
way
at?
that you.
We go
but
by from a
I don't
1
agree
to a 10.
with. I don't agree that Aberfeldy 12 sucks. Number one. Number two, it's not comparable. It's just not. It doesn't even.
There's only 4-year difference.
That is a stretch even there. It's just too good a whiskey to be drinking alongside this whiskey in
I know.
comparison.
Well, in comparison, is we're just going from extremes. We're comparing extremes.
I think for me, and again, we might differ, and that's okay. What I love about comparison is how each whiskey complements and draws and elevates the other whiskey and allows you to discover more and more and more about the other
Why not
whiskey.
less?
Well, I don't seek less. I don't seek less in my
Sometimes
sipping
it's
and tasting
important.
experiences.
They can't all be winners.
I'm not saying this needs to be a winner. I just want to enjoy the comparison.
No, I know. But
I
I'm
wanna
saying you
have
would
that.
still enjoy the comparison. You get to drink Lagavulin 16.
I don't really want to see Real Madrid line up against the Whitecaps. Like, what am I paying? Why am I?
That is a lie. You would see that.
If I gotta, yeah, maybe I would. Okay, but I don't want to see the result of it all. Like, I don't want to see the gameplay. I don't want to see. I know what's gonna happen.
What if What if Aberfeldy comes out and surprises? What if the Whitecaps do
Jonathan,
well?
That means that Real
What if it's a
Madrid
good
didn't
game?
start any of their good players, and they were all out drinking at the Roxy the night before, and they showed up and underperformed in every aspect.
All right.
Come on.
Okay, I get your point. I'm
Yeah.
just looking for.
I don't want to see a high school basketball team go up against the Boston Celtics, you know? Like, come on, man.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go watch a good basketball
I'm
game.
just gonna try. All right.
Okay, well,
every once in a while I'm gonna
I
try
can't
to
believe,
do
but
that.
you not only did you say you were gonna try, you were like, I've got the whiskey, and I'm not gonna accept a no for an answer.
There will be no substitutes.
Like, oh wow, he's really dialed in on this. This is exciting.
Okay,
and
so
then you like drop the
I
Lagavulin
overplayed that a little
16.
bit.
It's sort of like
And you're
dropping
laughing.
an atomic bomb on like a Stone Age people.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Well, before I realized my better comparison scotch, which by the end of the night you'd probably be like, yeah, I wish we had done that. We had one good scotch and not drank crap the whole night. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. That's
Okay, so
I don't mind
No,
finishing
I
on a
know,
nice
I'm
whiskey
just
to tie
kidding.
together a
All right.
decent
I kid.
night. You know, at
All
the, we were Wee Dramming after all.
Well, yeah, it's a fun time.
Yes.
So before I came up with my idea about the Lagavulin, it was the Strathisla. That
Was
was
it?
the only one that I had thought of. So that
Okay.
one, yeah, that made sense to me.
Well, what about the Brockla? Would you prefer the
Okay,
Brockla
the
or the
Brockla-
Strathisla?
Honestly, I think those two would be kind of interesting to taste, just to see if there is a winner, if there is a better one, because both of them in my mind are not good. But I guarantee there'll be a winner. So
Between
between
What?
Strathisla and Royal Brackla.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But it's the same sort
But
of
we're not
battle.
doing that. We're
No,
doing the
I know.
Aberfeldy.
I'm just saying, like, which one's better? I don't know.
Yeah.
The Aberfeldy could go up against either one, and still, one of them's going to be better.
Agreed.
I don't think the Aberfeldy wins against the Brackla, but I think it ties the Strathisla.
Interesting.
That's my gut feeling. But okay, what was your other one? Old Pulteney?
Pulteney, but I don't think it actually works.
Pulteney doesn't make sense.
No, I mean Pulteney just is. I think a little bit. It's just a little bit too good.
All right. So what is it going to be? I would I would love to try the old Pulteney again, but that's kind of like a Lagavulin choice for me because it doesn't really make sense. But I think the old Pulteney would blow it out of the water. I think it would be so much better.
What do you think?
Strathisla?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's just
Probably
do it.
should. I never really thought of the Royal Bracla, but wasn't it also a kind of a sherry bomb?
Maybe a little bit. I can't even really remember.
All right. Well, okay, Strathisla it is.
You know, it doesn't have a nice cork. It has the same bottle.
Oh yeah, it's almost
Look at that.
it's identical.
Same bottle.
Is it?
Like, I mean, slightly different.
Doesn't
but-
have that writing in it, but
No,
yeah,
but
it's the same shape.
Same piece of glass.
Yep.
Same. Oh no, different base.
I kind of like the stubbies.
Yeah, they're not bad.
All right, so Strathisla, here we go.
Can't.
Good luck. Okay. What's your prediction in the fight here? Before we
Aberfeldy
even smell
wins.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Aberfeldy wins.
But
eh?
just because
Should I have to take the
this has been
over-under
our
on-
doormat the entire time at the bar. Has been the Strathisla. We've been.
So you think even the Aberfeldy? I think
I just think
I don't think there's going to be a winner here.
it's just
gonna be a draw.
Two guys and get a little old, out of shape.
Yeah. Smell that nose. It's gross.
You're so harsh.
It's like it's not even fresh cut grass. It's like grass that's been in the lawnmower bag for a day.
Well, I don't know about that.
It's not nice.
I would say it's not as sweet as the Aberfeldy. I would say it is grass-like. But maybe not in the way you're describing it. But when you say it, it definitely resonates. I won't lie. This always was a flat whiskey.
I'm not picking up anything.
You gonna taste it? It's
Yeah,
gonna take a
let's
little
just
bit to
taste
drive through the Aberfeldy 12.
You think?
Yeah, well, I'll take
I doubt
take
it.
2 sips. I bet. It's got just a slightly higher finish. It's like it's even less on the front end than the Aberfeldy 12. It is a flat whiskey with just a slight note of finish. It's not a very good whiskey, but I mean, it's not
Again,
No?
neither one are.
No, I know, but
What you see a clear winner in the Aberfeldy? That's
I
weird.
would say the Aberfeldy has a little more going on. I would.
No way.
Here, have one more sip of this Strathisla and let's come back to the Aberfeldy.
Ugh. The Strathisla is not a good whiskey. There's a reason it's cheap. Shoot, in a blind taste test, I don't think I'd be able to pick them apart.
No, they're pretty similar actually, aren't they? But I wonder if they're both used for doers.
It is doers. Maybe we should have had it on ice.
Oh, come on. Let's just keep the knives in the drawer.
No.
No, he slices and grabs and slashes. I take him down.
All right, I'm going back with the Aber.
You're right. This is one of the few times you kind of lose track. It's like it's amazing that you've had because each of us have sat here and had incredible experiences going hand to hand with 2 different whiskeys and really getting into it. And
Yeah.
these ones don't do that at all.
They're not doing it. No. Too many noises.
I don't know.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I'm
but hold
being
on.
really
We're
harsh,
still
but-
drinking whiskey. It's not like you're drinking turpentine or like. It's not like
Okay.
I'll
I'll give you that.
Come on,
I'll give you that.
like you could be sitting here drinking rum. And
But I know
probably-
there's so much, like the scale, like if we're going in a 10 glass scale,
Yes,
these are like 2s and 3s
I know.
compared to the
Yes.
7 and ups we've had.
I agree. I agree.
Hard to
I
tell
agree.
the
It makes me
difference.
feel like I was
Nothing
too
really
generous
going on there.
with the Aberfeldy.
I'm totally winning you over now.
Yeah.
You know what? I wanted to go in hating this one, and then at the end of it, I'm like, holy moly, you like it.
I did like it.
So I'm thinking maybe there's something to it. So I was trying to be really objective, and that's what I came up with. I don't know if I'm accurate. What do I know? I'm just saying it's not a delightful scotch. It's not a scotch it's that scotch you have to buy, like we said at the beginning.
Yeah.
You walk into a cold beer and wine store and you want a single malt and that's all they have. But even then, I might go for something different. If you're going to pay that much even.
Well, we've already established that if your Bowmore, your Highland Park.
No, I'm talking like tequila.
Yeah,
I would
well-
switch, well, altogether.
Sure, I mean,
get a way better bottle for cheaper.
if you were willing to spend $75 on tequila, you'd probably get a decent bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch.
Wow,
lanes.
that's a paradigm. Just to talk about that's crazy. Seeing as this is predominantly a single malt whiskey show.
Yeah, I know, but would you agree though? Because there's
raise
some pretty
a good point.
I would rather drink scotch any day over tequila.
Yeah.
Except when you start mixing into when you get to some really good tequilas and you get to some really sort of bottom feeder scotches, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I'm gonna go with something completely different. You know?
Wow.
If I don't have it basically comes off to the money cut off.
Yes. Well, then it becomes, well, do you want a really good tequila or do you want like a really nice, decent blended scotch on the rocks? Do you want, you know what I mean? Like then you get into maybe the nuances of how you drink it.
That's true.
And
the scotch on the rocks are tasting pretty good lately. So
yes.
I don't know. I still like tequila. For whatever reason, other than a primer, that's where I think the scotch on the rocks is fantastic. It's good for any time, really. But, it's a good primer. It's definitely good for that. But I'd still rather have a tequila and have it neat. The ice in a tequila, I don't know. I don't ever do that, really.
Yeah, I generally am not into
Unless
that
it's
either.
a margarita.
Yeah, margarita. That's true. Let's not stray too far into tequila talk, though. Or else this could be just a spirits show. I don't know. This is the Wee Dram. And I've never Wee Drammed like that. Well, that's not true. Sometimes it's nice in the summertime to have a tequila before we drink whiskey.
Right.
So let's, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's a time
either.
and a place.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, back to this stuff.
I think we should get back to this. I think it's been an interesting comparison in the sense that it does show that there is a bottom end to all this comparing, and like these two aren't complementing one another. They're just whiskey to consume at this point.
I'd say it just had really tiny little sips back to back. The Aberfeldy has a slightly more power, and that's about it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, they almost taste identical. They're both 40%, eh?
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
They're
so watered down that you can't...
No, and that's what I felt about the Aberfeldy tonight, too. That's one of the biggest components that held it back from being a really good whiskey,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's too bad.
It is too bad.
It's okay, though. It's good, though. Like you said, you have to try it. Mm-hmm. I don't mind trying it. I'm glad we tried it.
Yeah.
But now you know.
Well, and
now
let's face it, we kept, I think we booted it back a few times in the schedule, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had the Aberfeldy up.
Nobody wanted to do it.
Nobody kept shoving it back.
Why?
Yeah, because we were so excited to try other bottles. Like now, look at some of the ones that are down the road for us, right?
They're all good.
There's some really cool ones coming up.
Yeah.
We should maybe move on. What do you think?
Let's move on, too.
Quote of the night.
The Spey is rarely much more than 100 yards or 90 meters wide and just under 100 miles or 160 kilometers long, fed by burns rising amongst hills about 330 feet or 100 meters. It is not a large river, but it gives an imprimatura to the whole region and to the most elegant of malt whiskies. From the coast, there's a signpost walk of 60 miles upriver with almost 30 miles of sidetracks, visiting the most famous distilleries. Someone ran the whole distance in a day, but most people take a week or more.
Why is that a good one, Johnny?
Well, because it's Speyside.
And
it's where our scotch is from.
Well, and it's a walking trail that people can just get on, and I think it's a bucket list thing to walk that trail.
The Speyside Trail, you'd rather go there than Isla?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't say that. I just think this is also a bucket list. Like,
well, if you're there,
but I think it'd be worth doing a week.
Sure.
In Speyside, walking from distillery to distillery.
I would agree.
Because you can't do that on Isla.
Yeah,
you'd have to be
on
like
a couple of them.
Oh,
but you can't walk back to your place.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, set out one morning with a backpack and stay out there for like 5 nights, just walking from place to place. How much fun would that be?
Well, if you can walk at all, you could go one way and then go back to your cool little hotel
But just go from just make reservations all along the way and stay at different guest houses.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Whatever, and just plan a trip where you're just literally rolling from point A to point B and just carrying on day by day, going to a new place and a new distillery and meeting new people and sharing the experience with other people that would really be into it, and bringing some camera equipment like this.
Yep.
Imagine what a wicked set of podcasts that would be. And every night we just set up and do our little show, and we interview the bartender or the manager or whoever, and just do a little.
Oh yeah.
And we just collect it all along the way and create a nice little story. That would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd really be into that.
Oh, yeah. But doing it on Isla would be equally as cool, if not more so.
I would agree that being on Isla. I'm not trying to say
I know.
we're not comparing possible Scotch experiences.
I don't know though,
in
but
Scotland.
I'm saying that, and I don't even really know. Like I still give Speyside some credit for sure.
Yeah,
there's some Scotches.
Well, and it's not about. I'm just trying to find a piece of geography that serves a nice walk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like Isla might be a little harsh, because it probably doesn't have the same.
Well, if you like walking by the sea, it's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, and I do.
Yeah,
You do. Don't know what I'm trying to say here exactly. I just have never heard of a walking path on Isla.
You could do it, but it would take you a long time.
Yeah, maybe between places and things.
Well, a couple of them, right? Like the big three that are down there. They're all close.
Yeah, that's true.
It's an easy walk.
Well, I wonder how long it would take to walk the entire parameter of Isla. That'd be a heck of a thing to do.
Well, if you can look at it. Didn't you say, like, if you think about Speyside on our map?
Not all the pace. They're talking about it like just
along the river?
100-kilometer stretch. Yeah, so they said it was about 100K. So it's not like that far.
Well, that's not 100K. Isla's not 100K.
The circumference of it might be, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like if you took it might be way,
But you wouldn't have to go the whole circumference to go to all the distilleries. But yeah, okay, I hear your point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go from Kalila and Brook or Bonahaben and make your way all the way around to Lefroy and Lagavulin and Ardbeg, and then go all the way up to Beaumore, and then work around to Brooklady and Kilhoman and whatever else is up on the east side. Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be a lot of walking. I mean, it could be really cool, as long as the weather was decent, I suppose.
Just better have a car.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. Yeah, and see, so then you don't get your people in a band walking together. Even if it's just two people, it's still fun. Hiking, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Hiking through places.
All right, so Speyside, hike through Speyside. Yes. I could do that. That would
idyllic,
be fun.
Beautiful.
It would be cool.
Well-trodden. People have been doing this for centuries.
And you're going to come across a whole bunch of neat flavor.
Yeah, and
we can never get over here anyway.
We'll meet people that'll be like, okay, you have your biases, but I'm here to teach you something new, right? Like, you might get some of that too, where it's like, you be who you're going to be and like what you're going to like, but listen to what I have to say because I'm from here, Yeah. And those kind of people will win you over every time.
That's true. I mean, there's a reason why they cut out Speyside, really, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
Just like they cut out Isla from the islands. We had this discussion a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be said for why a region has a distinctive...
Yeah. There's
narrative and set of characteristics. There, and just as beautiful stories and all that.
Like the Highlands are huge.
Yeah.
So...
I know. We have a very underrepresented Highland and Lowland area.
There's not a whole bunch of lowland as far as I know. Neither Campbelltown, but
we've got zero there. We've got zero. Oh no, but you have a Springbank in reserve, don't you?
No.
Oh right, you already cracked that one. That's not show worthy.
Yeah, well that was over on the trip.
That's right.
Yes, I don't have that one, but that's easy to get.
No,
we can find it around here, and we'll do it. I think it'll be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. We should do that. That would be a really good one to get. Nice. All right.
So that was So we kind of went over the quote, but
we did go over the quote.
Did we stray a little bit? I can't even remember most of it.
Well, the quote was all about the river and those walking trails.
Yeah, just try the walking trails. Okay.
But kind of. It wasn't like an ad from Speyside from the tourist department. It wasn't quite like that. But it did highlight the fact that this exists and is probably worthy of attention,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was the Aberfeldy.
It was.
Yeah,
I
don't know. Closing comments, not a whole bunch.
Well, closing comments.
I think the best thing about Aberfeldy...
This is a funny thing here. I gotta say it. Here, you save that story because I just gotta tell you this funny little thing. So there was I think this is gonna take some fact checking. But there was this thing I saw where Ed Sheeran got the Aberfeldy
What?
Ed Sheeran got a tattoo of Aberfeldy on his arm.
The distillery, like he
and
actually
then
meant the
like
distillery?
underneath it, some guy had said, "That's the worst one." That was like the under quote to like somebody had posted it, right? And it was like, I can't believe Ed Sheeran got that. It's the worst one. like it's no context at all. Just the worst one.
But you and I know what that means. And more so now.
I know. Well, and I feel a bit of a fool, I suppose. But I mean, I still enjoyed it tonight. I enjoyed sipping it when we first got going. But I see now that maybe it's, no greater than a 3. And I understand if we get a 2. It's just a good price. That's all.
I guess, but
Cheap.
go back
It's
to
cheap.
the tequila comments.
Yeah, or
but
just get a good
Did
blend.
he-
Just get a good blend and enjoy your scotch on the rocks at that point.
spend
Let's
an
face
extra
it, that's
$10.
that's what it comes to. You get a 1.14 liter. You could probably get a 1.14 liter and a bottle like a 2.6 for the price of one of these
Yeah.
for about that 70 odd bucks. I think that's about
Or pay
appropriate.
10 more and get the Lafroig 10.
Yes. That's really what it boils down to, is it? You can just pay a little bit more and you can get a really good whiskey.
Yeah, you can get something way better.
And like I say, if you're going to spend this money, then buy the Bowmore 12, buy the Highland Park, and spend the extra $4 or $5, and get the old Pulteney onto your bar, and don't bother with this.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's the way it is, isn't it?
That's the way I see
That's
it.
how it is. There it is.
It did. It met my expectations.
Yes. Well, where are we going next week again? Can
Next
you
week we're
remind me?
going back to Isla because we're
What?
Isla freaks.
I love freaks.
Yeah, we can't help it.
No, love it.
So we're doing the Port Askeg,
The Ask
and I believe it's the 110 proof.
110 proof, which
So
puts it
that's
at what?
55.
Well,
So
yeah. Quite a
Um,
punchy.
I'm looking forward to it. I've never ever had a Port Askeg before, so that's and it's an island. What more do you
gonna be
want?
great.
What
No,
do you,
it's exciting.
It
Yeah,
might be really harsh. I mean, that's not.
Yeah, well,
that's my
the
biggest
problem.
fear.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is where we get into maybe we have to have a little water on hand just to mellow it out. We'll see, though, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know. It might not. Maybe we can handle it, and it'll be amazing. But we don't know.
We don't.
Hey.
But that's the whole point of it.
Another great night.
Yeah.
We should just keep doing this. What do you think?
All right.
Okay, thanks to all, 6 of you? Maybe 12, if we're optimistic. Appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this podcast. It's not exactly a labor of love because we actually just enjoy this. So, thanks for being here. I just raised my glass to you. I just pretend you guys are there between the
Record
desk
players
and the extra records over there.
All right.
That's our crowd.
Well,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. One more time.
Enjoy. Wee Dram.
How am I supposed to pick anything out of a big book like this?
I don't know.
White Rider.
You did
last
just
time.
wasted. I got lucky. The mustard Rohan. That's not a good shot. I mean, it's good. But I know what we're looking for. It's just hard to find it.
Quote of the night.
Quite of the night.